Welcome back to the SMT Media Network. Please do me a solid, hit the like and the share button. Lets the algorithm get happy with our channel and gets this out to other people's feeds and increases the reach of this channel. But thanks again for being here. Drop me some comments at any point of this video. So what I want to do is talk about LeBron. And what I want to discuss is his culpability for the failure of a season. The NBA season for 2024-25 for LeBron kind of had phases. You had like the first phase of the season, which was, him not playing that great. Would give more credit to Anthony Davis for that front part. There was a lot of discussions about Anthony Davis being an MVP candidate. He was playing very well, one of the best two-way players in the league, and you can make an argument over the course of the better part of the last decade, one of the most elite players in the NBA, right? Especially when you think about both sides, offense, defense. He's a very skilled player. He's just an amazing talent, right? And he's a champion, and garnering those MVP considerations to start the year, I think it's just proof that he's one of the best to ever do it. I don't want to de-emphasize that, but then he got injured, and during his injury, LeBron really stepped up. January, February, LeBron was excellent, and then people started talking about LeBron being an MVP candidate, which is insane and absurd. Like you can't win the MVP because you played good basketball for 6 weeks. It's a season award. I always thought that was ridiculous. And then they end the season third in the West, the third best record in the best conference in the NBA, finishing just barely behind the Houston Rockets in a few games, and the OKC Thunder, which dominated the league the entire season. Everybody said this team is a legitimate contender. A lot of people that commented on my videos called me crazy when I spotted out the weaknesses, analyzed the play, the offensive and defensive flaws, and said this team can be exposed in the playoffs. And there are weaknesses that are just absolutely glaring. But that's not the point. The point of this video is how culpable is LeBron responsible for a horrible ending to the season. Regular seasons in LA don't matter. First round victories don't matter. A Western Conference Finals in LA doesn't matter. This is a team that is identified by its championships. The pedigree, when you think about the championships won by Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe, Shaq, Magic, that's the expectation. LeBron's been in LA for the better part of 5 or 6 years. He's got one chip during the bubble season, and it's been disappointment after disappointment. There's culpability for that. The self-proclaimed chosen one, the GOAT, all those things, the things that people spew venom at him for, because a big mouth that runs like hot water becomes a target. Everybody knows that. We're not naive. But the issue here is who's to blame for this. And I've given a lot of blame to JJ Redick for the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. But if we're going to be honest with ourselves, JJ Redick is at fault. He is responsible for his performance, but there's one more person who is responsible for the failure of this season, and it is absolutely a failure. It is a dumpster fire of a season. That's LeBron. He had Darvin Ham fired and then brought in this loser. Why do I say JJ Redick's a loser? It's a loser mentality. Everybody knows how JJ Redick operates. His interactions with people, his interactions with the media, with media members, panelists, when he discusses the game, minding the game and the podcast and all that. He's just such a LeBron guy, isn't he? It's just perfect. It's so fitting. It's like a match made in heaven. But he was put there. He was hired and appointed this position without any credentials, without any verification, without any proof or evidence he could coach anything. And he was just catapulted in that position. By whom? By LeBron James, who put him on display like a show pony on Mind the Game. And here we are, with a failure of a season, a complete underachievement, a dumpster fire. From a third seed position to end the season. And the steal of a century heist for a trade for Luka Doncic. And all that talent that's on the roster, from Austin Reeves to Rui Hachimura, to LeBron and Luka, this underachievement And it's because JJ can't coach a lick. Because he can't get out of his own way to make good decisions, to panic and choke and be desperate and insecure and all of those negative characteristics, qualities, and displays. He was put there by LeBron. So yeah, I'm going to blame JJ Redick for the series loss because he didn't make adjustments and he made bad decisions and he was a fish out of water and he was flopping. But LeBron put him there. So yeah, the early exit to the Minnesota Timberwolves, that's on JJ Redick. But LeBron, you put him there. So this is on you. So LeBron as a scout of coaches, you suck. JJ as a coach, you suck. And right now the Lakers suck.